Hi and welcome to Winners Corner. Hugo Åberg's Memorial is one of the finest sprint races here in Sweden, and it takes place at Jägersro racetrack in Malmö on Tuesday evening. 1,609 meters and 1 million Swedish crowns to the winner. And of course, the race is also included in an interesting V75 round. Mike, last year Propulsion made a fantastic performance when he sprinted to a win in 108.1 in Hugo Åberg's Memorial. What are the chances that we can see something similar this year?
I think they're pretty big. It's a really nice addition, and Propulsion is even better this year than when he won last year. So I think it's going to be a great race.
Okay, then there will be great races all through the day, and all the races included in the V75 round are over the sprint distance, 1,609 meters. And we start in race 6. It's the second final breeders' course for 3-year-olds, 600,000 crowns to the winner, Mike, and you know who that is going to be.
I think so. Number 2, Zelig Kronos, was just incredibly impressive last time at Jägersro. He was 3 wide more or less through the whole race, and the tempo was high. They opened first 1,010, and he's out 3 wide all through that lap, and then he still won it comfortably, although Holy Water finishes very strong on the far outside there. But Zelig Kronos, the way he performed last time, I feel very confident he's going to win this. I don't see how they're beating him.
A safe win bet there in race 6 with number 2, Zelig Kronos. We move on to race 7, and here we have 10 4-year-old stallions that are fighting it out, and the favorite to win is number 7, Cali Crown. Is he the right favorite according to you?
I do agree with that. I think he will be difficult to beat, but I'm going to go for a Quinella along with number 1, 7 and 7. This horse makes his first appearance here in Europe after moving from the States, and living legend Atle Hamre, he's suspended for life in Norway, which means he's not allowed to be on the racetrack. Yet he found it so important to drive 7 and 7 in his last training mile at Bjerke racetrack that he just went ahead and did it anyway, which means his brother Frode is going to be fine. So because of that, I think something good is up here. I think this one could be very interesting, and we're going to can expect a very strong performance. But number 7, Cali Crown, the way he raced second to last time when he won the elimination from Sprintermästaren, that was very impressive. He's a bit uneven, but that was the first time he was in an American bike, and he was really much improved, especially from the start when he took the lead very easily. Perfect Spirit there on the outside, and then he won the elimination quite comfortably and never gave Perfect Spirit any chance. Then in the final, he went off stride in the start, and as I said, he's a little bit uneven, but if he just stays trotting, I think he's fast enough to take the lead despite this horrible post here. I think 1 and 7, number 1 will be in the pocket slot right behind number 7, and they're going to be first and second to the wire.
Okay, so in race 7, we have a Canella with horses 1 and 7. We move on to race 8, and here we have number 7, Cocktail Fortuna, who has proven himself to master both sprint distances and long distances. And Mike, he's won his 5 last races. I'm kind of surprised that he's not a bigger favorite than he is.
Yeah, but this time I think it's going to have a hard time to take the lead here. It's going to cost him a lot because there are fast horses on the inside, and there are several of these horses that do want to be in the lead. So I think he's a vulnerable favorite. I'm going to go for number 1, Trinity Lux. I think he has a chance to win it, but I'm going to play it a bit safe and go for the show, which I feel is almost guaranteed. Trinity Lux has shown fantastic form lately. Last time at Axvalla, it looked like he was heading for the win, but he got beat right at the wire there. But he's got excellent form. He's incredibly fast behind the gate, so he will take the lead in the first moment, and then I think Vimpa will probably give him a cover ride and surrender to one of the better horses here, but definitely in the top 3.
So a show bet there on number 1, Trinity Lux, in race 8. The daily double we have in races 10 and 11 and this Tuesday, and DD1 is of course the main attraction of the day, Hugo Åberg's Memorial. The big favorite Propulsion takes on 9 other horses. There are some other horses to talk about here as well. Can you tell us a little bit about this race and about Propulsion's competitors?
Well, it's a great race. Of course, the 2 main horses come from the same stable. That's Propulsion and Heavy Sound. Heavy Sound has been so impressive. Last time at Mikkeli, he was really good, and he can really finish hard, that one. The most interesting one, I feel, is number 1, Dante Bocco, who has the post and showed good form last time at Årjäng. So also with the home track, of course, at Jägersro, Colgini's horses always race well there, and this time Christopher Eriksson driving is no minus either. So Dante Bocco is the interesting outsider if you want to go against Propulsion. But I'm not this time. I always go against Propulsion, but this time I'm going to take him. He really impressed me last time at Årjäng when I thought he would have a hard time taking the outside position. Horses would be in his way and everything. It didn't matter. He was so strong, and this time he even has a good post. So I find it very difficult to go against the big favorite here.
Okay, then. So in DD1, Mike banks number 4, Propulsion. DD2 is an even race where I know that you bank another horse and not a favorite this time.
Exactly. For me, 3 horses stand out, and I'm going to go for the one that has the highest odds and offers the best value on the daily double. Number 3, Shot Proof. This one showed good form last time. Like all the horses from Flemming Jensen, it feels like his stable has been out of form for quite some time now, but lately, the last couple of weeks, they have been racing better, and Shot Proof is no exception. I think he's moving up in form. This time, Bjorn Goop is driving, and that's a big plus to me. I think we're going to see a battle for the lead here between horses 1, 5, and 6, and possibly 7 as well. So if the tempo is high, Shot Proof can finish hard and probably win it.
And this means that Mike's DD combination, Mike's DD system this Tuesday, it holds 1 single combination. V75 is up next on the agenda. 7 races to solve, and that means that we have to find the winners in 7 races. As easy as making a pie, Mike. And I know that you think that you're quite a good baker. So let's take a look at your V75 system. It looks like this, and we start by taking a look at your first leg. 10 mares over the mile distance, and you mark half the field. The most interesting one being Australian horse number 7, Maury Time. Hasn't she had quite bad luck with her draws here in Sweden since she came?
Yes, she's had bad luck with the draws, but it hasn't really mattered because she hasn't raced well at all since she came here to Sweden. She looked good in the elimination for the Elite Lop, but after that, she hasn't looked all that good. But normally, if she races up to her full capacity, or even 70% of her capacity, she should win this one hands down. I hope that they're going to try a different tactic this time. I hope Erik Adielsson just sends forward now and just lets the horse go full tempo the whole race, more or less. That's the way she raced good down in Australia, and I think if you pull her back too much, she seems to, lose interest.
Okay, then 5 marks in that first leg, and then you bank number 2, Selig Kronos. We've already talked about him in the second leg. In the third leg, you go for the horses you suggested. We do a Canelo, number 1, 7-7, and number 7, Calle Crown. In the fourth leg, Mike, Trinity Lux was your show bet, but here he gets company of 5 more horses. Yeah,
I think it's an open race, and as I said, I think Cocktail Fortuna is a vulnerable favorite here, so I'm going to take opportunity of that and go against it. Number 2, Tantalio makes an interesting appearance with Bjorn Goop driving for Gocciadoro, and that's a real interesting combination.
V75-5 is another open race. Tell us about your 5 choices here.
Well, once again, Gocciadoro's got an interesting horse here in number 3, Veo, marking that one. I don't know how good he is, but all of Gocciadoro's horses are racing well. Glenn Bocco is early for me, once again, with Bjorn Goop. And then Gina Schirmer, of course, the favorite, has been so impressive, but she's moving up in class, and she has a tricky post this time. But the way she's raced is incredible.
And then in V75-6, of course, you use the great Propulsion as your second banker in this main attraction of the day, Hugo Åbergs Memorial.
Yeah, as I said, I usually tend to go against Propulsion, but this time I'm going to do it different. The way he won at Årjäng was very impressive. I thought he would have a hard time. He would get a rough trip. He did, but it doesn't matter. He won it very comfortably. And Daniel Redén says he's moving up in form, so he expects a better performance even this time, and that decided it for me.
A better performance. I mean, he ran 1:08.1 last year. What is a better performance, Mike?
Well, a repeat, I guess. I think he's good enough to win it from the outside even, but it is a tough race and it's going to be very exciting.
Then finally in the last leg, you add on 2 more horses to your previous DD Banker, number 3, Shotproof, and that is number 1, Othello Victory, and number 6, Urban Kronos. Any comments on that?
They're putting full blinkers on Othello Victory and they're going to go all in to take the lead. So if they succeed with that and Urban Kronos gives up early, then Othello Victory has a good chance in the lead, of course. But I'm hoping for a battle. In that case, my outsider Shotproof will come into the race.
900 combinations are what we have for Mike's V75 system this Tuesday when we have the V75 round at Jägersro racetrack in Malmö. Of course, you find additional information about this race day and about Swedish trotting and horse betting in general at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. And with that, we wish you the best of luck and enjoy the fantastic races at Jägersro this Tuesday. Bye-bye.